Welcome to episode whatever of this podcast where we discuss episodes 38, 39, 40, and 41 of the One Piece anime. Pretty much all dumb fun and fights in these last four episodes.
Let me stop you right there. I thought we were doing Pokemon.
That's just down the hall, actually.
Sorry. Let me take my equipment and leave.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
I thought that one started at 8:30.
That's not even, gentlemen. That's not even this room. Like, you're literally in the wrong spot. Like, you need to go 2 doors down in order to get to the.
I love that band.
Yeah, I also love that band. Anyway, so we're on 38, 39, 40, and 41. Pretty much nothing but dumb fights and gags, except for a couple of moments between mostly Zoro and a couple of hype Sanji moments, I would say. And then like one decent Usopp moment. We'll start off in episode 38. The Straw Hats roll up to Arlong Park, and they're facing the fishmen. They're very quickly just kind of showing their stuff and beating the shit out of some of the small fry. Not all of them, but, a couple of them for a quick sec. And then Luffy decides to use the big highlight of the episode was his big new move that he came up with, where he's like, I'm going to use my pinwheel move. So fucking Hachi summons the Momu, the big cow fish.
Boy.
The best boy Momu from a few episodes prior. And he still has the bump on his head, and he very much recognizes Luffy and Sanji, poor dude. And, he was about to back off until Arlong taunted him and basically kind of convinced him, like, if you leave, we're going to beat the shit out of you. and Momu found his strength until, Luffy's like, yeah, we're doing enough of this. So he decides to do his his pinwheel, gum pinwheel or whatever. He whips Momu around in circles until he gets dizzy and whips a bunch of the fishmen around and then chucks him for God only knows a mile, quarter mile, who fucking knows. But of course, Luffy, because he's the idiot, stuck his feet in the ground and got stuck there. So at another point in the episode, Arlong just kind of strolls up, sticks his hand in the ground, and chucks Luffy in the ocean, boulder and all. So now our heroes have to try to beat their fisherman counterparts, or matchups rather, to keep Luffy from drowning in there, because as we all know, devil fruit individuals can't swim, and he's got a rock tied to him. Pretty much moves into episode 39. Nothing but Hachi versus Zoro episode. A lot of Hachi taunts, a lot of Hachi gags.
A lot of Hachi.
Big
mood.
You love to see it though. I don't know. We like Hachi out here with that ink blast and all that shit. We'll talk about it a little in depth later. Episode 40 was kind of a double. We get the Sanji fight between him and his counterpart, and then we get the Usopp fight between him and the Chu guy, the guy who shoots water. They both have a bit of a hard time with it. Yeah, Sanji's actually facing his fishman guy in the water for a split second until he realizes that Luffy's okay, and then he manages to weasel his way back out of the water to fight him on land, and just proceeds to beat the fuck out of the guy. And Usopp has an internal battle. He tries to kind of run away until he realizes, I got to do this fight. Everyone else is fighting, so will I. And he manages, by being the weasel that he is, to kind of come out on top against his matchup. And then episode 41 was kind of a wake-up call where Arlong is the only fisherman left standing, and Zoro and Sanji are both there. They both beat their guys, but Arlong is still at 100%, and both Sanji and Zoro are both kind of tapped out. So even though all of the officers have been defeated, they're kind of faced in some hard times. And that's when Nami shows up, and she's got her conviction where she decides then and there that she's not going to run from Arlong anymore. And she decided that, what, this is it. This is our battle. We're not running, even though Arlong proposed an ultimatum where she either comes of her own free will and nobody dies, or she don't come of her own free will and everyone but her dies. And she was like, nah, I believe in these goons. They're going to do it. And then Luffy finally breaks free from the rock after Zoro gives Sanji a moment to go into the water and break the boulder open. And that pretty much ends the episode with a little bit of a doof between Arlong and Luffy. And the next episode, I'm sure, is going to be more, if not the climactic finish between Arlong and Luffy. I guess my very first note, actually, is from episode 38. I just got to say again, the fucking watercolors are so nostalgic. I love the set pieces in these older arcs. Like, it's obviously a way to save money. But there was like the first scene right where it's doing a flashback between Nami and Luffy, where like the clouds are getting darker in the sky, and there's kind of like these like weird, not like frame perfect shiftings, but like you can tell that they chose to just do like 2 panels, and like they're like vastly different to give like this wind effect. And I don't know, something about it just gets my blood pumping. I love that form of animation, even though it's like the super old style and it's kind of a way to save money. I'm just always a huge fan.
Are you talking about the segment between like when they introduce like the title of the episode, or are you talking about like a different scene?
Just like in general. I mean, maybe
no,
it's harder.
He's talking about the background art that they use throughout the scenes.
Yeah,
they're usually matte paintings, and then they draw the animation cells on top of them, which helps them save time overall. And he's saying that it's a lot better here because later on they don't really use as detailed matte paintings. They just sort of do like a simple a few lines, or I'm not gonna like downgrade what they're doing later on, but it's not as good looking,
not as detailed.
Maybe,
yeah. I mean,
it's weird to describe. It's like you can see more of the life into this drawing style than the other one.
I guess I'd have to see it in order to really understand, because like I think I understand what you're talking about, but currently I don't know what you're talking about.
No, just like, I guess pay attention to your background pieces. Pay attention to the setting, like the floor, the sky, the trees. They're never actually drawn in. They're all watercolors. They're all like watercolor paintings. And then the real anime is like, well, rather the actual animation is kind of drawn in the style that we recognize with all the characters kind of on top of it. Like all those set pieces when Sanji was in the ocean, or in that bay or whatever, that scene I was talking about where it's between Luffy and Nami at the start of the first episode. Basically the entirety of Arlong Park and that entire castle that stands behind them. And, I mean, everything is in this watercolor with the exception of like, I don't know, just a couple of people. Like whenever there's like broken rubble, they'll tend to draw that in by hand because normally that means that it's a motion piece. If it's meant to be moving, then they probably want to draw it in by hand so that they can use it later. But if it's like a piece that they're not going to interact with, they just kind of throw it in the background on the back layer. But I don't know. I'm always a huge fan of these older watercolor pieces because they don't really use it anymore. I think they still use a form of digital watercoloring, but it's almost like this is actually like
it's
painted.
Yeah, it's more cleaner what they use now, but it takes away from the effect that's supposed to be given.
Yeah,
and I guess
it's almost like these older ones are like they feel more physically hand painted, whereas some of these newer ones, obviously, they feel a little bit more digitalized. Which I'm sure they were digitalized in both mediums. I do wonder why they would ever like kind of change from it, because especially with some of the newer animation style, if they just laid it right on top of that, it'd be fire.
I was gonna say just budget reasons, or like they don't have the time to do anymore. Yeah,
probably.
There's a good chance that the reason why it has so much detail and so much heart is because, they probably spent a lot more time on it. But it's a damn shame. But I still love to see it. I always miss it whenever I come back to some of these older episodes. Even though, like, the actual animation itself is really dated between, like, the characters, I never have a problem with the background pieces. The background pieces are, perfect. Huge fan.
Chef's kiss. Moving on, though. The point I want to make, first of all, is Luffy being stuck in the ground. Kind of pissed me off, but it pays off in 41. 41, he comes in flying, and he starts beating up the dude. I'm like, all right, I guess I got the candy. You know, they took it away from me in 38, and then they brought it back in 41, and it was really good. And I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll take this L.
I mean, the only real point why they really, from a story writing aspect of it, is the reason why he got stuck in the ground is so we can give some, credit to the other guys. That's all.
Right.
Because we all know that the moment Luffy starts swinging, like he's gonna be, it's like throwing Goku at fucking the boss versus. Fucking
that's what they're gonna do throughout the series, and I get what they're doing. And I'm just like, I don't like it until it actually pays off, and then I'm like, okay, I'll accept it. Writers, directors.
You win this round.
You win this
round 52.
Because I'd be lying if 41 didn't come in, and I was like, oh snap, here he comes.
Here comes that boy.
I guess now that we're on that topic, do we have any other opinions on the Luffy getting stuck thing? Does anyone else want to speak their piece on it?
I think it's kind of dumb, the fact that he could stomp through the cement, but then not
get himself out.
Yeah. I think that's real. That doesn't make any sense.
This is about my only gripe.
Yeah, right. It's like, it's one thing for him to be strong enough to be able to literally stomp his flat sandal into the floor and get stuck. It's like, all right, I guess that's fine because anime, but he wasn't strong enough to literally rip himself back out. It would probably be a lot easier to stretch him so thin that his legs would probably slip through, right? Like, come the fuck out.
My solution was that he just punches the ground until the crater opens.
That too. You could punch. You already know he could punch through a wall. Yep. It's the first opening scene.
I guess like the audience is expected to like understand in this moment that they were kind of like trying to make a gag reel of it,
and then Sanji goes, I've made a mistake following the idiot of a captain that I just did.
What have I done?
Zoro goes, same, bro.
He's like, dude, didn't we fucking all? We're all
have the first like bro moment. They've been fairly at odds with each other up to this point, and then they just have this moment where like, God, fucking Luffy,
just god damn it.
Oh my god! Yet they still fucking they follow him because this is the horse they bet on, I guess.
Yeah,
it is what it is. And I also want to point out that these two goons right here, Zoro and Sanji, they literally haven't spent more than like a few hours together.
Sanji hasn't spent like a day with any of them.
This is the same day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been like they've spent a whole like 40 minutes listening to another person, and one of the parties was asleep during that time. That's as long as they've been in each other's vicinity this entire show.
Right?
It's especially
also the fact that they just came from the restaurant. The day didn't change. They sailed for a couple of hours and ended up at Arlong Island.
They sailed separately too. That's the other thing.
Yes.
Like they have had no interaction since he got shanked.
Which is why the Usopp going to the flashback has Sanji in it. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just met the guy.
Yeah.
You just met this fucking man.
Was literally
wait. Hold on. I want to check something. Was he even there when Sanji said his little catchphrase during his little? Was Usopp there, or did they already leave?
Well, no. The Sanji flashback was like when Sanji was talking with the fishmen, I think. So he was there.
No, I'm talking about Usopp had a moment where he had a flashback where they had like a picture of all the pirate crew, Nami, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. And he was like, why can't I be like exactly like them? And I'm like, you just met Sanji. You don't really know how strong this man is.
Facts. He doesn't know really much. Yeah. Although he did witness the man literally kick a boulder in half that Hachi was trying to smash Luffy with the perfect 180-degree split, mind you. Straight foot in the air. My guy. So, I mean, he understands at this point that, like, yeah, Sanji's probably kind of a bit of a player, I would imagine. But he definitely doesn't think that he shouldn't at this point understand that he's got, like, any kind of charisma or drive more than anybody else in the crew. He does kind of yearn.
I did enjoy the Usopp internal thing.
Oh,
his little internal battle. No, I dug that a lot as well. Even like I honestly, this is the first time I've enjoyed Usopp's fighting. Like I'm serious. Like the fucking what's it called? Usopp Rubber Band of Doom. I don't.
Yes.
Like I'm sorry, but like it was just like the fact that Shu like reacted to that.
And it's such like a real thing too. He's like he like winced and he was like but then he like realized like wait a minute, what the fuck did I just? God damn it, that little fucker. I swear to God, I love those bits with Usopp where he plays dirty, man. Like he plays squirrely, and you know what? That's how you gotta be in the pirate.
That's all he's got for him. He's not strong.
That's what he works with.
I mean, yeah, like his strongest weapon is a mallet. Like,
Usopp hammer.
Beat the ever-loving shit out of
killed that man
over and over and over again. Just screaming Usopp. What was it? Usopp hammer.
Usopp hammer. He just screams Usopp hammer to the sky.
Yeah, and there's a rubber band in there too. They're throwing a rubber band.
I saw that. I caught that too. Like, Usopp hammer. Usopp rubber band of doom. Usopp hammer. Like what the fuck is this? Like the fighting in these like past couple episodes have just been so fucking weird. Like to me, like the fact like when Luffy gets bit and then immediately first instinct is just to bite the fucker right back. Like this is some like third grader shit. Just like wow.
Absolutely. I mean, One Piece predominantly is targeted towards young children, predominantly the male pop.
So kids out there, if you are ever being bit by a dog, bite them the fuck back.
Facts.
Assert your dominance.
Don't actually listen to me, kids.
Assert dominance. That's what you need to do, and then they'll be like, "What the fuck just happened?" You know that Arlong. You know this man is like, I've never been bit before. I don't know what this feels like.
He didn't know how to react because no one ever expects it. He's like, Luffy's always coming out here with the fucking oddball shit to throw at them that no one ever seems to expect.
You know this man literally came out here and he's like, I don't even know what to say. Are you?
He goes, wait a minute, that's illegal.
That's illegal.
He's like, oh man, that's illegal. We can't be doing that shit out here.
I got the sharp teeth, not you.
I'm the one with the teeth bit, which we are reminded of, even though we know that he smashed a cannonball with his teeth. We are reminded of again when he tries to bite Luffy with that sick little bit right there as he's trying to bite his skull. Luffy's like, oh, let me just pull that out of the way. And like one of the most Charlie Chaplin things.
Shit that he just pulls. He literally just pulls it to the fucking left and is just like, nah.
You ain't getting me, fam. Not today. Yeah, that's stupid fucking shit. Then Arlong decides to bite down that entire pillar. Just to remind the audience, he's got some jaws. He's got jaws of steel.
Don't let him blow you.
Do not let him blow you. He is a biter. Speaking of body parts that are super powerful, we also get an opportunity where he starts like dueling Zoro.
That transition, though.
Yeah, that sick transition. As soon as fucking Zoro is fighting him off because he tells Sanji, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. That's what you get. And then Sanji's like, easy, no problem, fam. And
it takes 2 minutes to get in the water.
No, he jumps right in. What do you mean?
No, he jumped
to get to Usopp, or not Usopp.
Oh yeah, it gets like 2 minutes to get to not or Luffy or whatever. Yeah, for sure. But my boy Zoro's out here. He's like, you know what I want? I just want a piece of that fucking nose. And then Arlong's like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, fam. This is a very proud nose. Maybe if you were full strength, maybe you'd have a chance at making a little nick.
I do want to make a comment though. I like the fact how they actually acknowledge water pressure in this episode or these episodes for the first time in the entire series. Because I've been in a deep pool before. We've all tried to swim into the deep end of a pool, and it fucking hurts like crazy.
Because our boy Fishman. Oh, and while we're also, obviously Fishmen can breathe underwater. That means they can talk underwater because anime logic. Fishmen.
I like the fact how humans can hear underwater.
That's what I was.
Telekinesis.
They have telekinesis
Underwater.
Yeah.
So we now have confirmed telekinesis when swimming in the water. I guess that's a human trait or something.
No, this is that bit in Scrubs where they go, after you know somebody long enough, you don't really have to speak. You just have to look at them.
Nonverbal cues.
Yeah.
What and I agree with that, but
Even
was
Spin Top does it. Spin Top and fucking.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest. That's the biggest aggressor is when Nojiko and Gensan do it when they're trying to revive Luffy. They're just
they have a full-on conversation.
A whole conversation.
And I'm not about it. It progresses the plot and it progresses their strategy to keep Luffy alive or whatever. But
the fact that I thought bringing a mallet underwater would work already hurt me about the scene, and then move on to talking underwater without actually talking. I do have to give them props though for coming up with the idea of stretching his head all the way up at the top.
Yeah.
That's an excuse for this universe. I can be like, bet I agree with that. This makes sense. We've already established he stretches. This makes sense.
You save it. In fact, I'm pretty sure we even said in a previous podcast where the question became, if he is in the ocean, can he still stretch? And this is confirmation that yes, he can still stretch. It's just that he can't control his own power, and he doesn't really have conscious ability to move himself when he's engrossed in seawater all over the place.
Yeah, it just seems like he's literally not allowed to move of his own accord. He has none of his muscles go. Bleh,
it's like he becomes paralyzed.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. You don't necessarily lose all of your ability. Now, there are some caveats to even that rule, but we won't be able to get into that until we get to some later shit down the line. We'll get real into some devil fruit.
I kind of like my favorite thing about these past couple episodes is just seeing Luffy's dialogue. It's literally just one-word sentences. That's all it is. Can you move yourself? No. That's it. And it's just one-offs replies. It's almost like texting a girl that isn't really interested in you.
Facts. When Usopp's trying to pull him out of the rock, right? He's like, yo, dude, Luffy, we gotta get you out of here. And then he's just like, it's not gonna work, with his fucking finger in his nose. Yeah, Usopp's like, are you even trying, you dumbass? He doesn't even say anything. He doesn't give a shit. He's fine.
Oh yeah, that was the thing that just caught I've been noticing a lot in these last couple episodes. It's just no, I disagree. And it's just there's no follow up. He just says no, I disagree.
Or the one where Arlong walks up to him and he's like, "Do you know the biggest difference between us?" And then Luffy's like, "Nose."
I love that bit so much.
That bit was so
nose,
fucking good.
chin. Oh, I know. It's the webbing between her fingers. Arlong just rages.
He's like so pissed because he's like, "Species, you fucker," or whatever he was. What a guy.
Can we talk about Sanji's experience as a cook, helping him beat that one dude? He's like, wait a minute, if he's a fish, I can kill him like a fish. He was airboarding him.
Airboarding
him. Your boy was
That's that thing from Back to the Future, right? The airboard.
Oh my god.
Oh my! Shut the fuck up! Jesus Christ! The tie-ins.
How about when he finally beats him? He goes, "I guess he doesn't want dessert."
Stop! You're ruining everything. That was my quote. One of my quotes for the end.
Wait, what was it?
Just that Sanji goes, "Guess you ... don't need dessert," and then I felt like a pair of sunglasses needed to come down, and the CSI theme needed to go. Yeah,
CSI Miami.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. Sanji's so whenever it comes to fights too, he's always the best at one-liners. He's such a fucker, dude. After he beats the shit out of his opponents, he always has to fucking BM them. It's kind of the greatest thing. I love the shit out of him. He's so toxic. And it was also hilarious just how quickly he beat the shit out of him after they got out of the water. I love that little bit. I mean, I know that we don't get a lot of like really in-depth choreography when it comes to the fights, especially in these early episodes.
No, they did really well with this episode, like especially with like displaying like Zoro's new moves, I guess you can call it. Like the animation on that shit like was very fucking good. Like, that sword fight scene like between like Octopus and him, and then like redoing it again. Like it was really, well done in comparison to the 3 worlds or something like that, 3,000 worlds.
3,000 worlds,
yeah. Like in comparison to like animation, like this is vastly like cooler.
I think this is the first time we see him do a non-finishing move that isn't Zoro.
Anything that's not a Zoroing. He actually like dodges and weaves the 6 swords Hachi's using, and it's pretty cool.
And of course, we have a demonstration of when somebody talks about the weight of their swords, they're speaking figuratively, not literally.
Yeah,
Hachi's sword though doesn't understand that like most people.
Hachi's swords were literally very heavy, though. They didn't look like it, but
they were 300 pounds each.
300 kilograms.
Kilograms.
Oh, kilograms. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Well, 300 kilograms is more than 300 pounds.
It's like 600 pounds.
No.
Yeah, no, a kilogram. 1 kilogram is like 2.5 pounds.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, kilograms are definitely a lower number. So
that was for each sword.
I'll say this. I'll throw this in there. It was pounds in the English dub, but that could be a dub problem.
I feel like it might have been a typo when someone put in 300 instead of 30.
I mean, mate, you could be right, but also even 30 kilograms is a lot for each hand.
I'd believe 30 over 300. Anything.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
You're telling me he's holding 700 pounds in one hand?
Yeah, I mean, but that's like the stupid One Piece logic that you come to know and love, right? Like, no, that is out of all the things that you could know in this universe, that is not by a mile the most unreasonable.
Wait,
by a mile.
We forgot. This guy can't count.
That's true too.
Oh snap! Yep.
I mean, he could just be regurgitating. No, but he does regurgitate information.
Someone could have just told one person being able to count, guys. He can't count. There's a reason why it's 300. It's probably like fucking 10 pounds.
I'd be more willing to just believe he like regurgitated information. It's just like someone just told him like these are 300 kilograms.
Fake news.
But also, I would totally believe that he could lift that because he also starts a goddamn tornado by spinning them in a circle. So like, whereas Sanji kicked a boat like 5 episodes ago that would have been like several thousand pounds with just his foot. So honestly, I'm not too worried about
Luffy's
this.
feet are armor piercing, so
yeah. I'm not too worried about it regardless. It's Hachan.
It's Hotshot. He was such a troll in these episodes too.
He's so good.
When he was first fighting Zoro, and he's like, "I'm up here now," and then, like right before he runs away, he was like, "I'm gonna go get my swords, and you'll be sorry."
Show him.
No, I'm gonna show you my final form, and he leaves like into the room, and then comes back out, and like Zoro's on the ground, like already laying down.
No, it was even better than that. He literally comes back, and he's like, "Fear me, for I now have all 6 of my stores. Be afraid." And then Zoro just responds by plop.
Or before that, where Zoro's swinging at him, and he goes, "I'm going to use my secret move."
Yes.
Six hand sword catch in midair, and it cuts his cheek, and he misses completely.
Yeah, he's got
his all 3 blade catches.
And the anime went out of its way to demonstrate that he missed every single one through the attack. They clap each one separately. They didn't do one of those like still frames of like after the fact that all 3 hand like sets are clapped. No, they clapped 1, 2, and 3 to show you how fucking stupid this man is. I also like right after Luffy finally snaps out of it, like the pinwheel guy Gonzo is like, "It's good to see you back."
No, don't say it, because that's my fucking quote of the week.
I know everyone's ruining quotes.
Don't you fucking
Everyone
say
is
it.
ruining quotes this week.
Well, I've got my favorite quote is a Zoro quote, but he also had a couple of them throughout this episode.
We probably all have the same Zoro quote.
That's probably fair.
I didn't write anything for Zoro.
There's 2 that I wrote down for Zoro because he was just kind of a badass throughout.
I can assume it goes back to our weight talk.
It does not, does it? I don't remember.
Then mine
We'll
does.
save it then. We'll save it.
Anybody got any grapes?
I mean, we've already established them. There was one thing that I noticed, which was like irked me a little bit. But the when they're talking about Sanji and the shark guy, I don't remember the guy's name, the karate equivalent of fucking.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Actually,
so he's like, "I'm a 14th dan in fish karate."
Right.
I think it was 40.
Then he's no, he said 14. And
I heard
afterwards,
I think it was 40.
I think it was 40 as well.
Either way,
Regardless,
no
matter.
number.
And then like Sanji goes like, "Oh well, fucking Redfoot Zep or something like that is like fucking 300-400 like Don." I'm just sitting here thinking from a martial arts background, like that's not how it works.
I don't think he knows how it works either.
I don't think anybody knows.
He was just equivalating the power behind the kick. He goes, "That felt like nothing. That felt like 100 times less than the other guy."
No, I get that, but like to me, like from a martial arts background, like knowing what a dan is, it's just like, God fucking damn it.
Wait, what is a dan? Enlighten us. I didn't actually know that was a measurement.
It is like each individual level above a black belt.
Gotcha.
So for example, it would be I'm trying to remember exactly. So it's each individual level, and each actually, depending on the school you go to, they have names for them. So for example, my Japanese jiu-jitsu class, they was like, it's just the Japanese numbers with Dan afterward. I forgot that it's been a while since I've been there, but that's how it kind of works. So it's like going like 14th Dan. Like, yeah, that's impressive, but I'm pretty sure they don't go that high. Like,
well, yeah,
don't go that high. Like, they don't even go past like 8, maybe.
Hey, man, this is Fishman Karate. You don't know shit about Fishman Karate.
Right, I don't know anything about Fishman Karate. My God damn it.
Fishman Karate, some of that OP shit.
400th Dan kick damage.
I think you ignore what Sanji says because he clearly doesn't know anything about martial arts. He's just like, oh well, if that guy's a 40, then the old man hurts way more. He must be 400. You know,
exactly.
Sanji's equivalency doesn't matter.
It hurt me on the inside. I was like, why do they do this to me in every form of media? It's always, oh, I'm a black belt and a blah, 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 blah. And then it's like they get their ass handed to them. It's like, no wonder, because you don't know shit about martial arts.
On the flip side, I love the fact that Sanji does stupid taunts like that. I'm such a big fan of like those moments where Sanji like takes a sec to take a drag and like completely call out his opponent ahead of time. He like does some like weird shit. He's like, I'm gonna serve you up on a sashimi platter or some shit like that right before he starts fighting him or whatever. It just gets those.
He does
moments.
that a few times in these episodes.
Yeah, he's like I'm gonna butter great with fucking
olive oil
in an alcoholic drink in the afternoon.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like what a great snack, dude.
Slap you in a buttered frying pan, cook you up real nice.
This does beg a question though. Can you eat fish people?
I mean,
and is it cannibalism to do so?
Well, if the fishmen eat each other, I'd say it's cannibalism. If Sanji cooked them up and eat them, that's not cannibalism. They're a different species. Arlong goes out of his way to go on about it.
Yep, they are their own species. That's exactly what I would say as well. I would say that I wouldn't eat a fish man, I guess, because they are an intelligent creature. But
I mean, so are dolphins.
Facts. I also wouldn't eat dolphin.
I would.
Well, that is a sentence.
But I wouldn't do it when they're fucking going extinct like they are now.
You are literally the Luffy of the group then, because Luffy would absolutely eat fish man if Sanji served it up and steamed it or some shit.
I'm pretty sure Luffy would eat rocks if they were boiled in cold water.
I don't know about all that.
If you told him it was meat, he'd do it.
Exactly.
If you painted it like it was meat, he would try. Yeah. He would definitely try.
I don't think he would chew. He'd just swallow it and just turn it into a fucking like bird. Get his own gallbladder going.
God damn it, Luffy. What a fucking goon.
All right, well, anybody got the quotes?
I didn't have any gripes, but I just thought that the Nami gets her own little thing in one of the episodes. Is it 40? I think it's 40 where she finally decides to show up. 41? Either way. Whatever episode she decides to finally show up, they do that whole bit where Arlong tries to turn her for the millionth time. Or before that, really.
It'll work again this time.
So that whole scenery where they have like the spider and the butterfly, that was a nice little way of representing symbolism. All of that.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a different step from what they've done so far, and I enjoyed it a lot.
And then I agreed it too.
I love the line after it. She immediately turns around. Hey, can everybody die with me real quick?
Want to all die with me right quick? Sorry.
We're gonna die here,
fucking.
And the villagers are about it too.
They're hell yeah! We've been waiting for this shit.
There's a woman in the back with a rolled up newspaper, and as far as I'm concerned, she's the most deadly one there.
I didn't see her. I didn't even notice. But I believe
I will say though, Arlong has a line where he goes, "You're gonna kill me now? How many times have you tried killing me already? Assault, poison, backstabbing." And now I'm sitting here like, well, shit, Nami, you've already tried to kill this man, and you really expected him to just let you walk away with Kokoyashi Village, and after paying him 100 million berries, you really thought, after trying to kill him all this time.
I mean, to be fair, she probably did that when she was 8.
Right, but to these fish people, an assassination by a kid is like a little dog trying to come after you, barking. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother him.
Right.
It comes back to, she didn't really have a lot to hope for. And I guess the only thing that she could have possibly banked on is that promise he made, right? Where he was like, there's only one thing that I'll never do, and that is break an arrangement over money. And she's like, well, I don't know. What else do I got? I don't really got a whole lot else, so I might as well try something. I mean, it's either that or just roll over and take it, which, a lot of people might have.
All right, well, hit me with them quotes, babes.
You've eaten up all my quotes already.
I got one. My quote is
where'd your pinwheel go? It was cool.
We've got bigger things to worry about right now.
Just it was the first acknowledgement outside of the water. Like he's just like looking at him like, "Where's your hat?" like, bro. Oh, thanks for saving me. I'm drowning. Just where's your hat?
He's like, bro, do you have any idea how fucking sweet I thought that was? I named a move after that shit, okay?
Exactly.
You can't just roll up here without that sweet fucking pinwheel. What a fucking idiot.
So they even flash his name. They flash his face too over Luffy doing the pinwheel. They just have the pinwheel and Khan's face.
They fucking emphasize the pinwheel so much more. It's like it was a slow pan too. Like it was like it showed his face slowly panning up to the spinning wheel, and then Luffy doing it.
God damn!
It was pure art, in my opinion.
I feel it. I'd say that my favorite serious quotes from this both came from Zoro. There was one line where he was like, "You're not the hunters anymore. Don't you get it? It's you fish freaks that are being hunted." And I was like, hot damn, fucking calling him out as he sees it. And then right as he's about to lose to Hachi or to Arlong, I don't remember which one it was.
It was probably Hachan.
What was
the quote?
Yeah, the quote was,
Let me make this clear for you, you sorry excuse for a swordsman. There's a certain man I have to face. And until I see him, death himself cannot touch me.
I was like, hot damn, dude. My man. I feel like even though Zoro does only get the opportunity to have Zoro wings in his fights predominantly, which I'm glad that we can agree that at least this did have a little bit of animation where like those sweet dodges of the 6 blades or whatever. But Zoro endlessly just has like these super deep, like, you know, thoughts where he's just like, determination, never gonna die, never gonna end. I'm gonna take you all out.
Yeah, it's willpower.
Determination or what have you. It's good shit.
I just like the fact how they explained how he got 2 more swords.
Yeah, Johnny and Yoshi.
Instead of like doing some bullshit Looney Tunes, like, and I reach behind my ear and pull out 2 swords. Like, nah, they yeeted that shit at him and he grabbed it.
So, fun fact: the manga, he does 2 moves. In the anime, he does only 1 move to break the swords.
No, he does 2 moves.
In the manga, he does onigiri to break the swords. Then he does tatsumaki to basically finish him off.
Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, they've got a what do you call it? A formula at this point. They're gonna give Zoro 1 move to beat the baddie. That's what they're gonna do.
I get that, but everybody else is showing off their moveset. I kind of wanted to see all his movesets.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have a whole anime to see more onigiris out there, dude. Don't worry about it.
He does bleed the prey or bleed the wolf, whatever he called it.
I think that's the Tatsumaki, isn't it?
No, that's okay.
No? Okay, I'm sorry.
Tatsumaki's that giant spin attack he does.
Yeah. You're right. My bad.
My Zoro quote, which what I assumed was going to be yours, was when we were talking about the weight of swords earlier, and Zoro says, "My sword."
You may have more swords than me, but mine will always carry more weight than yours.
And he's talking about the emotional and mental weight of the meaning behind his plight and swordsmanship, whereas
he's talking about,
you know, Hachi literally thinks he means the weight of the swords. But that's what I thought. That's what I assumed your Zoro quote.
I mean, that was in there. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. I chose the meme for Luffy this week, and I chose the badass of Zoro. Like, I feel like Luffy got the best meme lines, Zoro got the best inspirational lines, and Sanji got the best action scene. And then Usopp, I mean, he's got like a weird combination of all 3, I guess, because I always love seeing that. Yeah, he had like a character progression, so he had his moment to like actually evolve for a split second. And you know, at one he's like, I'm gonna be a little bitch, but it's gonna be okay. Like, they're gonna forgive me, and you know, this is what happens out here. Sometimes you just gotta play this way. And you know, suddenly he's like, you know what? God damn it, get over here, you little bitch. I'm gonna take you out. And then just get fucking decked in the face, poor guy.
I think that's actually my other quote that I'm gonna add right now, which is Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, remain of doom, Usopp hammer.
You'll love to see it. God damn it, Usopp. I love the fuck out of you.
My quote is was when Arlong rips open Zoro's bandages. He says,
I can't believe he's breathing. How can he still be alive with a body like this?
And you just stare at fucking Zoro's wound. You see all those fucking stitches on his fucking body.
Yeah.
I kind of want to poke a little fun at that little scene right there, because of just looking at the physique of like what's a Zoro when he's like standing normally versus that scene when they show his chest. Like, normally, like, he's a fairly slender man in character design. Yeah, like, obviously we all know he's ripped as hell, but you know what I mean, because he's a strong man. But when they rip his shirt off, it looks like they scrunch his torso and turn it into like a V shape, like a real ripped man, like Johnny Bravo, for that scene alone. And it just made me laugh. Going like, that's not his body type. Like, that's not him. I know it's him, but it's not.
And then, of course, we got the fabulous Zoro taunt where he was laughing about his situation. And he was just like, you know, if you stay still, your wounds won't get worse. And then Arlong's like, you find this situation in yourself funny, don't you? And he's like, oh, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about your boy over there. And cut to Hachi just getting fucking
bleeding in the ocean,
bleeding out.
Poor fucking Hachi, dude. He took the second L of his fucking career.
All panda sharks in a 30-mile radius are coming.
Facts. Momu's like, he like smells the blood. He's like, is it worth it? It might be worth it.
They were already on their way because of Sanji.
Right,
Octopus
right.
blood in the water. Octopus.
In another
Have a
timeline,
side of calamari as well. All right.
no, in an alternate timeline, that's how Sanji would have beaten the fishman that he duked up against
Panda
underwater.
fish.
The panda shark would have come up and given him a speed boost.
Oh my god.
He would have just jumped in the mouth and then started whipping him around with the fin or something. I don't know.
I found it very interesting. Arlong beat everybody with water.
Yeah.
He kind of
It was,
just skied that shit all
interesting.
over everyone.
I'm a little curious as to what exactly he was doing there because he just like has a small puddle of water in his hand and he basically does the equivalent of just like blowing like at them and it's like
What he's doing is basically he's tossing since he's so strong, he's tossing that water with such strong like high pressure. It basically hits them.
I guess.
See, I kind of saw it as almost like what's it called? Boondocks. You guys have seen the Boondocks with all the Black family and everything like that, where like they show the pimps like powdering up their hand and then they smack their hose all the time. Like that's what I saw. Like that's how I saw it in animation. I was like, he just has a cup of water and he's just pimp slapping these guys
He's
with
tossing water.
All right, yeah,
let's
let's
slapping the
let's
water
break it
so
down
hard
for
that it
the
acted like a shotgun spray.
Yeah, right. So that is essentially what's happening. Simi's right. So this fishman is so powerful, but I wouldn't read too much into it. I would also venture to encourage you to understand that since he is a fishman, he has an untapped potential and superiority over aquatic fighting in general, hence why fishman karate is its own designated like fighting type. Similarly, a lot of fishmen, when they become powerful enough and do whatever, they have such a mastery over the sea as a whole that they can literally just chuck water at you and it hits like a truck.
Where'd he get the water from?
It's pulled some out of the fucking thing.
So he bent over in front of everyone, scooped up some water, and he skied that shit.
Honestly, probably. I mean, is that really going to be what makes you feel unbelieve? Like, is that what's going to disbelieve you right now?
A little bit.
Come
because
on.
I didn't see him do it, and he did it multiple times where he's just standing there and water just appears.
I guess that's fair. But
if he oozes it out, like if he oozed it out of his hands and they showed that like where he's like skiing that shit, like sure. But in this moment, he's just like, I have a cup of water. Yeet. That's all he's doing.
Golden ham
All
time?
right. Ham time.
I feel like this one's tough.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
As much as I want to give it to Usopp for actually having a character arc, I just love that quick rendition of Sanji beating the shit out of that fishman so much. I gotta give it to my boy Sanji. Plus, he came in clutch, actually saving Luffy and all. Like getting him out of there or whatever.
I feel like Zoro's fight was way more better. Like,
you think so?
I do,
man.
Like,
I mean, I don't disagree.
Like, sure, like Sanji like has like some like it's a unique fight because it's underwater, but like we see a lot of growth coming from Zoro at this point because at this point we haven't seen these moves because he's made them up for this thing. You can see his growth from what he's learned from Mihawk with like the whole cut scene between like Mihawk's eyes and his eyes the entire time during that, like before he even goes into fighting him. Like it's a vastly different fight.
For sure.
He's also fighting with the injuries.
Yeah, so and we talked about this before too. Zoro is extremely gimped in these episodes because of what happened. Yeah, because of what happened with him.
Like literally 6 hours later.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot. He's gonna need like weeks to finally recover from that massive wound.
Usopp's suture job.
Facts.
I don't remember who it was Johnny or Yosaku. Who's like these wounds should have he should have been like in bed for like a whole year if it was a normal person.
Yeah.
Zoro ain't no bitch out here, all right?
That's my whole argument, like why Zoro's fight was way more impactful than Sanji's personally. Like Sanji's, yes, it was a good fight. It was a fresh fight in comparison to what we got before that. You know what I mean? Like showing a little bit more of his like power and everything like that. But in comparison, it's just not the same.
I feel like they equally did well.
I feel like, in my personal opinion, which is just an opinion, I love the Zoro and Hachi like banter. I think the fight was a little like animation wise, like it still could have been a little better, but I just I'm still like forgot like how quickly it wasn't even when he was fighting the dude in the water with Sanji. It was really after they got out of the water, and it's just like, all right, so are we done playing now? All right, great. I'm literally just gonna kick in your chest, kick in your stomach, kick in your back, kick in your ribs, kick in your fucking face, knock you across the world, all of which were sweet looking shots where he's just like bouncing off the concrete and just getting whiplashed all over the place. I don't know. I mean, just seeing shit like that makes me feel like a little kid. Just beat the fuck out of this man. It's playtime's over. Right? We're not playing this game anymore. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you now, and you're gonna accept it. That's the way it is. Against the Hachi and Zoro fight, was it really sweet when he dodged the sword? Yes. Was it?
I thought
really
the animation was smooth as fuck because it showed like the gliding of the blades as he's deflecting them and everything. That's why I thought it was so cool.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Because like the animation was just showing like the deflection of it. Like you could see everything that Zoro was doing was intentional.
Right.
Like it wasn't just like he just happened to hit the blades. He was intentionally deflecting blades as he was going through and dodging all the attacks to get the finishing. Well, like, yes, Sanji's fight was very, powerful showing. Like you could see that like the weight behind his kicks, but like the animation behind it wasn't nearly as intense, in my opinion.
I would say that Zoro had fluidity, but Sanji had finesse and power.
I'll give it to him for the finishing line.
Just for the finishing line.
Just for he got his desserts.
I guess he doesn't want dessert.
I guess you don't want dessert.
I'm also pretty solidly on the Sanji train.
Also, when he was laying down, he like without getting up, he reached into his pocket, lit a cigarette.
And then at the end of 41, I think, where everything wet and soggy, and he tries to light one.
So who else do we? So we've got a 3-man team on Golden Ham for Sanji. Just out of curiosity, Civi, who would you pick?
I think Sanji.
Oh shit,
dude, that combo, man, that combo.
That's what I'm saying.
Here, you fucking ass bitches.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I don't want to hear Zoro over my hair. Get out of here.
I love Zoro. I love my boy. He had his time last arc against Mihawk.
I'd rather give this to Usopp than fucking Sanji.
I mean, bet I'll always give it to my boy.
I will give it to Usopp for changing his fighting style this episode versus Sanji's little.
His fight style's always like
Sanji,
that.
I mean, we're focusing a lot on the he did a cool finishing blow here. He did a lot of other stuff.
So did Usopp. You could say Rubber Band of Doom is a very cool.
I would not.
combo.
I would not say that. No, I would not. I would not give the ham to Usopp for his finishing blow here. That would not be what it is.
Oh man,
I would rather.
Shoot, ain't that the only reason why I would give it to Usopp is because he fucking tricked Hachi using Usopp Rubber Band.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Rubber Band of Doom. That's why Usopp nerfs himself.
Absolutely.
Because if you let that rubber band fly, we all know damn well the destructive capability of that rubber
band.
Band.
Nowhere.
I also love a little bit.
He gimped himself. He didn't full fire that rubber band.
Yeah, no, he didn't. I don't think he actually let it fly. But I also love that little bit that he does where he like clearly is like threatening Arlong with it, and then the minute or whatever goes by, and then Hachi's the one who winced and was like, "I thought he was gonna fling the rubber band at me," and then Usopp was like, he saw that I was aiming at him," and then Nami or the townspeople are like, "You were aiming at Arlong, you idiot. We know that."
Arlong. You said Arlong.
You literally said Arlong.
I'm telling you, Rubber Band of Doom is a nuclear weapon.
Nobody
knows it yet because it never
bags. Oh boy, you don't even know, dude. He's gonna that Rubber Band of Doom. Oh man, it's coming.
It's gonna
back.
come back. It's
coming back, baby. Don't you worry.
My question is, why was he trying to climb the wall instead of just going through the hole?
I mean, yeah. He did it twice. I don't know why he climbed over the wall either.
There was a scene where he was climbing over the wall,
and then he fell off of it, and then he tried climbing through the wall again. Like holes are his weakness, but yet he can Minecraft his way into a lady's mansion. The fuck.
Yo, sick throwback, man. This fucking Minecraft, dude. This man, get out of here. All right, so I think we're in mostly agreement. It was a tough choice anyway. Like Zoro's, they're all very close. It's not like a landslide, not by any means, I would say. But what's most important is that the Straw Hats got a chance to, to do their Straw Hat thing, and it's always a joy. Well, it is for me, even though I've seen it a million times. But I think we're
pretty good.
Then that wraps up episode 38, 39, 40, 41. Join us next time when we see the tail end of Arlong. And
end of the arc, probably maybe. Bring back Hachan.
We're good.
Bye.